Okay, today is July the 30th. It's almost at the end of my summer camp and homeschool for this session. My wonderful student, Earl, he's really wonderful. And I believe that. He believes that too. He's going to give us a presentation book report on 3 novels, actually, Hunger Game trilogy. Now the floor is Earl's. Go ahead.
The Hunger Games is about
Feel free to share screen.
Hunger Games is about so the Hunger Games is about a city in North America called Panem. It is mostly futuristic. It is kind of in a post-futuristic theme, and there are 12 districts. 12 districts are kind of like 12 towns or small cities. So there used to be 13 districts, but in a rebellion against the capital, which has treated them badly, they tried to rebel, but they failed. So they killed District 13. So there is the main character is Katniss, and a sub-character that is a bit important in the first book and the third book is called Primrose, her sister. So in the first book, her sister was been selected for the Hunger Games, a kind of like punishment for all the districts. They choose 12 to 18-year-olds, and the people who were, they were chosen, and after they were chosen, they were sent to, after Primrose got chosen, Katniss volunteered to actually go to the Hunger Games to sacrifice herself. And she was also chose with a boy named Peeta, around 16, the same age as her. This will be important later on in the story. So they were on a train, a luxurious train, and they never seen these kind of amenities. All of these districts actually collect different kinds of materials for the capital alone. A lot of them are very poor, while the capital is more rich. So after that, once they go to the capital of Panem, they eventually start the Hunger Games. They usually get to eat for the first week. They prepare, they train, they eat to fill them up because you don't get a lot of food. It's called the Hunger Games for a reason, and have a parade. So in the Hunger Games, they start off with finding loot like Fortnite, and they try to find treasure chests that are filled with bows, knives, and anything you could, or spear, sword, anything you can think of that as a weapon that isn't a gun. After that, so Katniss went solo for a lot of the time during the book. She survived against a lot of people. She made a friend called Rye, I think, and she died in her arms, and it was a tragic story. Then they meet with Peeta. Peeta was assumed as a lover with Katniss, but this is fake, obviously. But they're doing it for the crowd, so they can get more sponsors. After that, they actually team up, and they eventually win the Hunger Games, with the ending being very traumatic because they used all the dead bodies of the other tributes and turned them into mutant tigers. After that, they kind of go on. They have a victory village where you can have a lot of amenities, and they eventually win. They're the first people that both won the Hunger Games, because usually there's one winner, but instead they both won. After that, in the second book called Catching Fire, this book is kind of just a copy of the first book, except it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was basically all the winners from all districts. the people who won the Hunger Games eventually fight each other. But that's basically it. I can't really, that's basically the second book. And they get extracted by District 13. As I said, District 13 was assumed to be destroyed, but they actually had a base underground. So in book 3, it's all about a new rebellion against capital. This book is pretty straightforward, I guess. The first part is more straightforward. They just live in a bunker. The second part is where Katniss is actually the leader of the rebel force. She isn't the president, but she's kind of like a motivational person. And she eventually leads a lot of rebellions, but she was never actually allowed to fight really in the front lines. But she did fight in the back lines where she lost a lot of people that she trusted and loved. She was the one who actually found President Snow, the president of Panem. After that, there was an execution where President Coin, the president of the rebellion, tried to kill Snow, but Katniss had the gun. All right, so the gun. So this is Snow, and this is the gun. She doesn't actually shoot Snow. Instead, she shoots President Coin, a bit of a plot twist, because of all the damage President Snow has done. And eventually, a new president's elected, and she escapes jail. And that's the rest of the story. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day.